Right there, it's your old mate Yorkie here. Once again, taking up some Dungeons & Dragons fun in our afternoon adventures with Baldur's Gate 3. Now, we've spoken to the Tieflings and the Druids, and much as I gotta side with the Druids, I am one of... the things that Karga's doing are not good Druidic practice. Kinda worried for those Tieflings, but better to get them away from someone like that, unless we can rescue Halcyon, in which case he might manage to stop that stupid ritual the Druids are planning on. Which causes more problems than it's worth. Honestly. Anyway, here we are in camp. All rested up. Are we rested up? We're rested up enough, I think. So, let's have a look where we can go here. Looks like going north is going to be a good thing for us. I'm looking for Zoru in the Gizyanki Crash. So let's just work our way north. That's back into the thing, isn't it?
Was a time I tussled with hill giants without breaking a sweat. Now, a mere werebear could swat me halfway to home. Fill up ahead.
Something's wrong.
Strange things are happening to us. What festers in our minds may well impel our bodies.
Oh, Will needs promoting. Now, Blade of the Frontiers is a sorcerer. We can select one. Reacting to an attacker. Charm person. We'll take that. Eldritch Invocations. In your study of occult lore, you have unearthed an Eldritch Invocations, fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbue you with an abiding magical prowess. Allows us to push them away. One of the shadows. Mask of any face. You can disguise yourself at will without expending a spell slot. Okay. Fiendish Vigor. You can cast False Life on yourself at will as a level 1 without expending a spell slot. You can see normally in darkness. Yeah, but the problem is none of the rest of the group will. Beguiling Influence. You invoke your patron's bewitching charm. Gain proficiency in deception and persuasion. Well, he's already got a high charisma, so I think that might be a good place to go. That's one. I can do speaking with animals, we don't need that. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your charisma modifier to the damage it deals. Yes. Spells. Yeah, I like that. Cloud of Daggers. Your patron bestows a gift upon you for your loyal service. Choose one. Pact with a chain. Gain the service of a familiar. A fey spirit takes the form of your choosing. This animal can be animal, imp, or quasit. That might be nice. Spirit of the Blade. Can summon a packed weapon or bind the one you are wielding, making it magical. that would make him use charisma as the modifier. That could be useful. Or Pact of the Tome. Patron grants you a grimoire called Book of Shadows, which allows you to cast Guidance, Vicious Mockery, and Thorn Whip. What? I don't know if I got Guidance. I don't know if it's Shadowheart who had that. I don't know if this is the best one. I'm not sure that it is at all. But he's the Blade of the Frontiers. And we should have him lead a lot of the time.
Defender of the people.
At least when it comes to talking to people.
You're all right. Sure, why not?
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Well, let's see what they're doing, shall we?
He might be a healer, Bry.
He might be a bandit.
I'm no bandit.
Right.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head.
All this
Your
stuff.
minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. He is a true soul. Mind him. He will. He.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
Ed's
He's
gone.
with
Ed's
the
dead.
Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin,
I
our
have a
brother,
soul.
he was chosen. Like you.
Chosen by whom?
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
True soul.
What? Are you testing us?
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice. Your words are her command. She grants you the power to enforce her will. And when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
Oh, I like these two. All zeal and no brains.
Yeah, maybe don't say that aloud next time. But if I know one thing, well, if I know two things. First, if someone's standing before you armed and says, "You're our god," you don't say, "No, I'm not," because that's going to give you a fight. Or, "You're inspired by a god." You don't say, "No, I'm not," because that's going to cause a fight. Zealots don't like that. Don't like this faith thrown back at them. Second, if we keep them around, well, there's tales of what happens to elected gods and corn kings, etc. They get sacrificed. Why are you out here? The wilderness is dangerous.
We know that all too well, sir, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here.
Ah. These fugitives, tell me more.
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
Well, I'm not going to say I'm from that. What happened to your brother exactly?
An oil bear. It had him on the ground before we had a chance to react. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks.
I'm not going to send him after the owlbear. Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for the Druid Halsin.
I don't know any druids.
Well, you've given a crude summary. You have more to learn about Faith, novice.
I'm sorry, true soul. I only repeated what I thought I knew. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me.
Indeed. Now, forget the owlbear. You're still alive, so go and study the Absolute's words.
What? And just leave Ed? I suppose
Eddie's dead.
he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
Exactly.
May the Absolute guide us.
Indeed. Now bugger off, you idiots. Bloody zealots.
True soul.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value, something your mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
We're not going to be influenced by a tadpole, an illithid parasite. Just.
Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again. For now.
We have food. I can go to where's? Shaft of a broken spear. No. Get rid of it. And we'll swap to me.
I've got a long road ahead. These boots have seen everything.
Not sure what that parasite wanted. If it wants anything. If it's even capable of anything as complex as wanting. Murgrass there.
For me. Owlbear tracks. The
Uh-oh.
forest must be nearby.
Well, we have to speak with animals. Pop into the cave, shall we? And that was saved. So this is indeed dangerous. Of course, owlbears are big and meaty beasts, so it would be dangerous, wouldn't it?
Open up.
An unusual place to find a shrine of Seluna. There is
Thing
a
won't yield
wizard
its
sealed
contents
his
easily.
chest. Wasn't an amateur either.
Ow!
Are too much to bear.
Don't touch me.
Nope, it's still... Gale,
Ready.
you want the scroll? Let's have a read. A dusty volume that speaks of the conflict between the goddess, Tibetan goddesses Selûne and Shah. After Selûne ignited the sun and brought life-sustaining light and warmth to the universe. I don't actually need that 'cause I've got a spell. Now, how?
Can't give up now.
Can I actually do anything with that? Saloon shield. Saloon seal, rather. Protective shield surrounds the chest, dealing 424 damage to any heretics that touch it. So only a follower saloon could get that. Ah. Okay, well we can ignore that then.
The easy part.
None of us are followers of saloon.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
This could be a mistake.
Owlbear eggshells.
I'm not going to
You
worry about
feel
that.
the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
Hello.
What's this? Something weak, something tender. Won't even have to chew you before I feed you to my son. Soft meat.
You're injured. They still have a spear lodged in your head.
It's a splinter. I've gutted bigger threats than you with worse.
I'm sure you have. You need to rest. Let's heal. Let nature heal you. This is no time for a fight. Just. Actually, +1 because of the charisma.
A fight? You'd be a plaything, not worth the trouble.
Indeed.
You can go, but you make one wrong step and I'll rip you to shreds.
And what about your lovely little child here? That's not what I had in mind. I really don't want to do either of them. Oh dear. That was not what I had in mind. Okay, well then.
Tormented!
The blade will not bend.
Yeah? Ow.
Too much to bear.
Yeah, pretty much. I can take one of them.
You've made a grave mistake. A rough tempest I will raise.
Let's see. Poison spray. And it should be poisoned at this point.
My time.
Blade of the Frontiers. It's 10. Well, it's almost done. Sorry, Yellbear Kid, but your mum attacked. I really had to protect myself at that point.
Another step forward.
That's 8. Astarion, can you have any potions? Yes, you do.
No holding back.
Alright, we've finished them. Didn't really want to, but the bugger attacked.
Freshened up and ready to fight.
What's hiding here?
Head of broken spear. We'll take it.
I'm so tired. How do people do this all
Got
day?
pork loin. Got a skeleton. She's wearing oak feathers embrace. Order of nature. Undead creatures that hit the wearer receive 1d6 radiant damage. Beasts that hit the wearer deal additional 1d. Beasts that hit deal an additional. Oh, that's dodgy. Can be powerful against undead, but if you wear it when you're fighting beasts, that's deadly to you. Well, we'll take it, but we're probably going to end up selling it just because it's easy to forget to take it off.
Might be useful.
Never know.
An owlbear egg.
Said to be worth a fortune, huh? It's not there. Anyway, take out the completed ones. I feel so
Best
sad
be
at
on my
having to
way.
bite them. But the bugger attacked, having said it wouldn't. Basically, I had to protect myself. Eviscerated goblin. I'm not sure what the point of the heavy stone is, but we'll take that. We'll take the pickaxe in case we need it for mining or something. And I guess
Seems
that's it.
simple enough.
Well,
Ever heard of a vampire?
It's a shame.
called Khazad?
Doesn't ring a bell. Why? He's patriarch of the Tsar family. Nasty fellow, if the histories are accurate.
Hunter's stash. What's that? Nothing.
As much love as I hold for Baldur's Gate, these frontiers delight me as much as any bustling street.
You can't be serious. This is a howling wasteland. I haven't even had a bath since the abduction. I must reek of living slime.
Got basket of fish. Get fish rather.
Sure. But think of the stories you'll be able to tell.
Fish. Fish. I don't know if we can actually do anything with it.
You're an impressive fighter, game. You should consider a new name. Take it you have some suggestions? The
I took from there, didn't I? Yeah.
Or how about the Master of the Week?
Oh, what's up with this one?
Tempting.
Is that his master dead?
Have the maximum number of theatrical titles.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly.
What happened here?
I told you to go.
I understand your fear, but I promise I mean you no harm.
There's death in your scent, but not in your words. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest.
Friend might be more than injured. I don't think he's gonna wake up.
Of course he will. And then we'll return home.
Yeah, about that. I'm not gonna shout at his corpse, that's gonna upset the dog. What's your
He
name?
calls me Scratch. You can do the same.
Thank you, Scratch. I'm Thistlewick. What happened to your friend exactly?
We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on two legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes.
Gnolls.
Gnolls.
Come on, you can travel with me if you like.
No, I won't leave him.
If he doesn't wake up, follow my scent. I have a camp.
If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
He was a good boy, Scratch. We're not going to desecrate the corpse. Not in front of the dog like that. That would be wrong. That would be wrong in about every way. It could be wrong. What was that? Plus 60. Mugwort and Rogue's Morsel. Sanguinated ball.
It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
The pig's dead, my friend. Staring at it won't bring it back. Come on. We'll never fix these brainworms if we stop and gawk at every piece of carrion you
You seem
find.
uptight about it. So examine its corpse. Just with a +3 for wisdom.
The boar seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. Examining the corpse, you see 2 small puncture wounds in its neck.
And is it dead enough for you?
These marks are strange. Do you recognize them? Oh, not enough. We've got chances. Let's roll again. Made it.
It's been drained of blood with wounds in its neck. It's been killed by a vampire. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to worry you. They are ferocious creatures. But don't worry. I'll keep watch tonight. We won't have to worry about nocturnal visitors. Now please, let's go.
You get awfully upset about that, didn't you? Nothing on the body. I wasn't sure if it'd be something more meat. And I don't want to go into that village right now. What's that? Don't know, but we didn't see anything, so... I'm not going to get across there. Up we go. Onto the Risen Road. Troll collectors.
A key.
More grass.
I wonder what it opens.
It's a really good question. Alright.
Very well.
Well, is this the devil you've been chasing?
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The blade of front... That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Should teach you not to, but either way, it's your old mate Yorkie. Whoa, that should be muted. Sorry about that. Right. The other devil been hunting Karlach, right?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the blade of frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The blood.
Oh, an enemy.
You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking
She's
escape.
fighting
Her rage
against
and
Zariel.
desperation seep into you.
Well,
She's
you
a
may have had a
victim of the
mistake
blood,
here.
not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Will, you saw what I did. Stand down.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
God, she's stubborn. Karlach's not a devil, she's a tiefling. Oops.
Listen to sense now.
Accidentally.
Don't want
Oh, I
this to
did
end
it.
badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you
I slapped
think?
my hand by accident and pressed through.
You really are no devil, are you?
Yeah, no. It's a tiefling, love.
I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
I'm Thistlewick.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards?
I could do that.
Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets.
No, I
Zariel
imagine not.
liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is...
Whoops.
Going.
Careful of my keyboard. Problem is, I'm not going. So, you want me to kill the people hunting you?
Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
Well, if we're opposing devils, I'm all for it. Let's do it.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Well, what's in the backpack? You can have that, Stadion. You can have that too. We'll take the rest of it. Well, it looks like we'll be heading up there. But if we got a big fight, and especially if young Karlach wants to be part of it, it's time to go to camp and rest. Didn't actually rest in camp last time. We need Karlach in our group if we're going to do that. Which means I need to ask someone to stay behind, and I'm going to ask Gale. Now, what's Will got to say for himself first?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Yeah, a little bit. What's that supposed to mean? Lay it out plainly, Will.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Gale, I'm going to leave you behind for a while, my friend.
A devil and devil hunter standing shoulder to shoulder against a common enemy. Rather poetic, I think.
Yeah, and they're going to be doing that, so I'm going to leave you behind. But I may have a magical aspect that might be
Your enterprising
interesting.
approach to my problem is most encouraging. But it is a delicate process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item.
That's good.
But keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
I was wondering why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
So basically, yeah, you've got some more powerful magical entity preying on you, don't you? Well, I need you to remain in camp for a while, rather than on the road with me.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
Perhaps we'll travel together again
I'll be
later,
here
you
in
never
the
know.
meantime, idling away the hours.
Because let's face it, these two have to travel together, don't they? Where is she? Where is she? There she is.
What can I do you for?
So, how did you end up fighting in the Blood War?
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I'm back in my home, not again in the world.
Oh, man. Lucky you. That's the dream. Maybe when this is all done, you can show me where you came from. My family home's long gone, but I'll show you my favourite chow hall in the city, if it's still standing.
Alright, well, hang on. Yeah, like.
Hey, soldier.
Word in your shell, like. What do you know about the city of Elturel falling into Avernus?
Wasn't all that long ago. I never knew the whole of how and why, but I remember the devils slavering with delight. I should have looked after the Elturans more. Gone out of my way to make sure they were all right. The long and short of it was, I didn't want to risk my neck. I let them get on with the nightmare, same as I had to.
Oh.
But Avernus is no place for decent folk. I'm glad they got out. So glad.
Sounds like you need to be a bit tougher, but... About those paladins you want us to confront, tell me about them.
Let's go straight there. Whatever those fucks are getting up to, it's nothing good. Just to say, by the way, they're not really paladins. Lackeys of the Archdevil playing dress-up as paladins of Tyr. No honor among devils.
Come on then, we're heading out.
Aces.
Now, out of character, this is something I don't like. I like her. I like all the companions. But they made her sound like she's top-notch frontline fighter. Look at this. It's a level 1 barbarian. A level 1 barbarian is not a top-notch frontline attack dog fighter for a major demon. That's oh devil. That's not it. I'm sorry, but that's not her background. I mean, it is in the game, yes, but still. Like danger sense, reckless attack. So in your next attack, you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have advantage against you. And then level 3. We have spells. We have Legacy of Avernus, Searing Smite. Dealing extra 2d6 fire damage and set your target on fire. It takes 1d6 every turn. Nice. Bestial Heart. Choose your Bestial Heart. Am I going Wild Heart? Your attunement with nature and its beasts inspires your rage, empowering you with supernatural might. Or which I don't need to speak with animals, I've got it. Violence is both a means and an end. You follow a path of untrammeled fury, slick with blood, and as you thrill to the chaos of battle, heedless of your own well-being. Enraged throw, frenzied strike. Wild magic. The wild influence of magic has transformed you, suffusing you with an arcane power that churns within you. Actions. Rage, wild magic. Enter a rage that releases all the magic rolling inside of you, causing a random magical effect for 10 turns. I don't know what that random magical effect would be from, though. But we have magic awareness. Anyone within range adds their proficiency bonus to saving throws against spells. Okay. I think I want to take her with wild magic. I don't know if it's the most powerful. I'm not saying it is by any means. But here's why. My druid is magical. Astarion is a rogue that's magical, eldritch scoundrel. Will is magical. I like a party of magic people. Now, let's have a rest. Uh-oh.
Hell's fire. She's coming.
Well, you don't look nice, do you?
Well,
The ugliness of beauty.
and you know what happens when you're naughty.
The temptation
God,
of
damn it.
beauty
Anyone but
masking ugliness. Just who in the 9 hells are you?
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora.
I
And
like
at least
her.
those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this.
Well, it's not infernal unless you talk about her ancestry. She certainly has a soul, I'm sure of it. No one cusses like that and doesn't have. Demonic, was it demonic? Well, not her, but her ancestors, so that doesn't make sense. What's that burning? Does she have something in place of her heart? Get to the point, Devil. What do you want?
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
Is it?
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
I'm unsure that I'm comfortable with this, Will, but at the same time, she obviously has no love for you. Nor you for her. This is contractual, and you're using the contract
I'll be honest,
as a form of
soldier,
power against
I'm
evil.
reeling. Will
I wouldn't have
hardly
padded you.
knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
You must be relieved.
Gobsmacked, really. But grateful. Really grateful. I could learn a thing or two from a man like that. Hopefully we won't turn into mind flayers first.
We're looking for a solution. And Will, the new horns.
God's damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it.
Yes.
I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
Yeah, half-truths and devil. You're not with us, I don't know. The Blade of Frontiers has some explaining to do.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough.
Probably not.
It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch
I don't like that
blasts.
you lied to me.
Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
I believe it. You use the power of evil to do good. It's got a certain wisdom to it. How in the hell did you get involved with Mazora, though?
The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this.
Demon pact sent
the
to be
moment
unforgiving.
I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Very well. And I also see that with us down here, the skeleton we found wants a word.
Another. Thy name has been recorded.
All right.
I shall be here in thy camp,
for whenever thou hast need of my services?
Not to be rude, but what are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Skeletons aren't supposed to be able to talk.
Correct.
Are you going to explain further?
No.
You were sorting something before. What were you doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name.
All right.
They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
I have good companions. Are there any other ways you can help us?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
Helpful. No one's dead on my side at the moment, though.
Indeed. Farewell.
A master of death and souls. Well. Useful, perhaps. In the meantime, I'm going to bed. And with that, we can leave.
What's so funny? You haven't got some laughing curse, have you?
It's incredible!
All right, just keep it down. We're conspicuous enough without your hyena call.
We have fruit dye. That can go to wares. So can they. What else? That's the grease bottle. Oh, that jug can go to wares. That can go to a stallion. Can't add that to wares, okay. What does that do? Not sure what else I can do around here. Not a lot, I think, right now. Alright. Well, there's some stuff here. Wooden chest.
Hang on. Those paladins I need to stomp are that away.
Alright, let's go. Let's go see if we can find your paladins for you. Dead hyena. Let me just see if there's any alchemy we can do. There's a suspension. And then we've got coatings, elixirs, and then I don't need animal speaking. Good. She wants to go the other way, actually. She wants to go across here, so we'll do that. Dead knoll.
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby.
It may well be. Burlap sack. more of that he is. More. Excuse me.
Just another crate.
I think we're going to be short today. I'm just going to gather from these knolls and we'll call that it. My throat's giving me some agita right now. Alright, join us next time when hopefully we can take on the enemies of Karlach.